Rahul Gandhi's LS membership has been essentially restored. We are told that the suspension that had come into play after his conviction in a case has now been revoked. Do remember that the Supreme Court had put a stay on this sentence to be carried out, and thereafter it has come at a big relief for Rahul Gandhi. Let's go across to Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor. Abhishek, he was eligible for his suspension to be revoked, and it's been done quite quickly.
Well, naturally, so going by the rules, this has been done. Remember what the Lok Sabha Speaker had told the Congress leadership, that he has to wait for the documents to come. The fact that the order of the Supreme Court came on a Friday was an impediment, because Saturday, Sunday, the Lok Sabha Secretariat is shut, that being the weekend. And in the first hour after opening of the Lok Sabha, after going through the documents that were submitted by the Congress party, which included the Supreme Court order, Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership has been restored. That's what we are getting to hear. Due process has been followed, and instructions issued to revoke his suspension of his membership of the Lok Sabha. Remember, he is a member of parliament from Wayanad, and his membership was suspended because of his conviction, and the notification is issued. But the matter went in appeal and the Supreme Court on Friday, and the Supreme Court said that the punishment seems a little high, and hence the conviction is stayed. Since the conviction is in abeyance, obviously his membership has to be restored as per due process, which has been done today with the Lok Sabha Secretariat issuing the order.
Right. So even as the Congress will feel a lot of relief with this happening, are we expecting him to be in the Lok Sabha today? All right, we'll go across to our correspondents a bit later. But what we know right now, of course, is that Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership has been reinstated. Now, this, of course, is an expected grounds. Do remember that the Supreme Court had stayed his conviction. Essentially, the conviction had previously resulted in his disqualification as a sitting Lok Sabha member of Parliament, and raised doubts also about his eligibility to contest in the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Now, the Apex Court's decision, of course, comes pending the final hearing of the Rahul Gandhi's appeal before the court. Now, the court has observed that the trial court had failed to provide adequate reasoning for imposing the maximum sentence of 2 years on the Congress leader. Thereafter, of course, his essentially the carrying out of his sentencing has been held by the Supreme Court. Now, his suspension being revoked, we don't know yet whether he will be attending the Lok Sabha today or not, but he is back as a Lok Sabha MP from Wayanad. We'll also have to watch out for whether, he's reallotted that bungalow that he had, which he had to vacate after his disqualification as a Lok Sabha MP. So those things, of course, follow from here later. We're also waiting for a reaction to come in from the Congress party. So pictures on your screen, I think, are of the notification that has been sent out. Do remember that there was a process that had to be followed. Essentially, we are given to understand that the Lok Sabha Secretariat has now revoked his suspension. The Lok Sabha Secretariat was submitted papers by the Congress party, which included one of the papers that included, of course, was all requisite documents in terms of the Supreme Court's order, as well as other documents that would have been required. So the suspension now standing revoked right now. Essentially, this reads that he has been reinstated as an MP from Wayanad. Now will be, of course, allowed to essentially go in for re-elections also. That was something else that was on stay, but that has now been vacated. So the Congress leader can now contest polls freely as well. Rahul Gandhi is Wayanad's MP from Kerala, and that seat, of course, had remained vacant post his disqualification as a Lok Sabha member of Parliament, but now that stands revoked. Abhishek Kapoor now joining us back on the phone line. Abhishek, obviously this will come as a huge relief for the Congress party.
Well, this was expected. In fact, there was an element of politicization over the 2 days that the Lok Sabha Secretariat was shut for the weekend. An impression was being given by the official channels of the Congress Party. We had, for example, the communications chief Jairam Ramesh tweeting that Rahul Gandhi's membership was cancelled within 36 hours of a Surat court verdict. While it's been more than 36 hours, the restoration has not happened after the Supreme Court order. Obviously, the reason was that there was a weekend in between the Supreme Court order and the decision that has been taken today. Unlike in the case of the Surat order, which was when Surat order which had come during the weekday, which made possible communication of the order to the Lok Sabha Secretariat and the subsequent suspension. So I think politicization apart, we have the notification, Nupur, of the Lok Sabha Secretariat, which is dated today and 7th of August. And it says that in continuation of notification number so-and-so in the special leave application staying the conviction of Shri Rahul Gandhi, member Lok Sabha representing the Wayanad constituency of Kerala, which was ordered by the judgment dated 23rd of March of the Court of the Chief Judicial Magistrate Surat, in view of the order dated 4th of August of the Supreme Court of India, the disqualification of Shri Rahul Gandhi notified by Gazette notification so-and-so of 24th March in terms of provisions of Article 100 to 1E of the 1E of the Constitution of India, read with Section 8 of the Representation of People Act 1951 has ceased to operate subject to further judicial pronouncement. So obviously the caveat is that this notification also is subject to further judicial announcements, because remember, Rahul Gandhi's conviction has only been stayed, it has not been quashed, for which Rahul Gandhi has to go back to the Sessions Court, the first court of appeal in Surat. This last line means that even this taking back or revoking of suspension of Rahul Gandhi and his restoration of the membership of the Lok Sabha is incumbent upon whatever judicial pronouncements come out of the rest of the remainder of the judicial process that Rahul Gandhi has to follow.
Right, absolutely, obviously, but Abhishek, given the nature of this, we would expect the Congress party to try and make as much capital, political capital as they can. Rahul Gandhi will be returning to Parliament perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow. We don't have a confirmation on that. But are we going to expect more fireworks then?